Deutsche Bank raided over money laundering.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Frankfurt headquarters of Deutsche Bank have been raided by prosecutors in a money laundering investigation. Prosecutors are looking into whether Deutsche Bank staff helped clients set up offshore accounts to transfer money from criminal activities. Deutsche Bank shares fell 3% after news of the raid emerged. Deutsche Bank has been connected with another huge money laundering scandal at Danske Bank. Deutsche Bank has received sanctions in the past for failing to tackle money laundering. In September, Germany's financial regulator ordered the bank to take further action to prevent money laundering and terrorism financing. In 2017, Deutsche Bank was fined $630 million by US and UK regulators in connection with a Russian money laundering plan.
This post received a score of 42,995, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
When the fine becomes the cost to do the service for the client, you really have to adjust the balance. Otherwise it's, like I said, just a cost and not an effective law. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Gotta just point out that for an offense to keep happening like this, the math on paper might not be all the methods of the grease getting on the palms.
Either the fine has to be more substantial, or there needs to be significant jail time.
Why not both?
Minimum requirements.
They have it like that for street crime, why not for white-collar crime?
Not disagreeing, Guy was asking why not both. The or is stating a minimum acceptable requirement, and would be nice. And #X200B. The argument for why not white-collar, which is BS, is that prison is to keep dangerous people out of society, and that white-collar crime isn't dangerous in a way that requires separation.
It's dangerous for the economy. And the point is not only to separate. It's also to keep a sense of justice, and make the risks outweigh the gains of crimes. If white-collar crimes are punished with nothing more than a fine, then obviously these scandals from the bank sector will keep popping up, ever more frequently.
It's because corporations have money to lobby our legislators. That's it.
And because our legislators are re-elected based on anything other than performance via accountability of an actually fair depiction of their electorate. Gerrymandering. FTW. Only in Congress, Senate or House can you be a career employee while receiving a 15% approval rating, essentially not showing up for work, and arguing with everyone whenever you do. Sad.
Excellent. I hope the executives go to jail.
They'll probably end up with millions in performance bonuses and never see a day in jail.
In other news, man who electronically attacked executives on internet now going to prison.
The executive was so distraught by these online attacks that he sued these criminals. They'll face the death penalty after they've paid fines to the executive.
The fine will be $8.1 million for the man who will be going to prison and who previously had an annual salary of $24,000 a year.
Fortunately, the man will leave behind a wife and multiple children, who the debt can be passed on to.
Not sure if it's different in Europe, but at least in the States debt dies with the debtor. Oh sure, collection companies will try to act like you inherit the debt, but they can't legally enforce that until they get you to make a payment towards it. However, the estate has to pay debts before doling out inheritance. Not to mention there's also the estate tax, but that only comes into play if the recently deceased was wealthy enough that any debts they owed were probably unpaid bills from just before they kicked it and relatively insignificant.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.